Good day everyone, I am Krizia Mae Campollo from Btled 2A. Now I will share my summary or compilation video of my activities in Prof Ed 5 for Unit 1 to Unit 3. Unit 1 Activities 1 to 3. In Unit 1 Activity 1, the direction is I need to write my personal definition of curriculum and discuss its definition. I write my own definition based on my understanding and discuss it with all my knowledge about the curriculum. I define curriculum on how it gave the needs of school teachers and learners. I also write that a curriculum also refers as the material with which interact with the purpose of achieving identified educational outcomes. I also define it as how important it is, the role of curriculum in school and learners. A curriculum is not just a paper, it is a way on how to be skilled, how to be knowledgeable. Curriculum make the educational system aligned. In Activity 2, the direction is I need to discuss the point of view of curriculum development using the illustration that given. I discuss the curriculum development based on how it evolved and what teaching strategies that they apply during its implementation. In their activity, I discuss some differences of the two curriculum, the traditional and progressive, in the way of teaching and learning and how they implemented. In reflection, I reflect on how those curriculum implemented, how they two differences from preparing the lesson, their differences on how the lesson flow. The one curriculum, it is learner-centered, and the other one is the traditional way. And last is Activity 3. Its direction is I need to list down examples of different types of curricula. The curricula have 10 types. There are recommendation curricula, written curricula, taught curricula, supported curricula, assessed curricula, learned curricula, hidden curricula, null curricula, phantom curricula, and concomitant curricula. In recommended curricula, I only gave 3 examples. In written curricula, I gave 5 examples. In taught curricula, I gave 5 examples. In supported curricula, I gave 5 examples. In assessed curricula, I gave 5 examples. In learner curricula, I gave 5 examples. In hidden curricula, I gave 5 examples. In null curricula, I gave 5 examples. In phantom curricula, I only gave 4 examples. And in concomitant curricula, I gave 5 examples. In Unit 3, Activity 456. In Unit 3, Activity 5, it has direction that I need to search or download a sample of K-12 curriculum guide, and I may select a particular subject area. I pick grade 8 science. As you can see, the matrix that I made consists of week covered, content standard, performance standard, content, intended learning outcomes, materials and teaching, references, and teaching and learning methods. In week 1, I refer to teach students about Newton's law. Students need to have some materials to see how law of motion exists and gave activities that will know if they gain knowledge in the whole week. Second week is the lesson about power and energy. It needed also some materials to demonstrate it and activities to test their understanding. Third week, which is sound and light, videos, demonstration, and activities the students to understand the lesson already and demonstrate it. Fourth week is heat. Students give examples about real life situation about heat and their observation about it. Discussing makes easier in viewing videos that will demonstrate the heat well. Activity 6. The direction is with my downloaded K-12 curriculum. I need to prepare a developmentally sequenced curriculum map with well-aligned learning outcomes and competencies based on curriculum's requirements for specific subject and grade level that contain one lesson or unit. With the K-12 curriculum that I downloaded, I conduct a curriculum map that consists of content standard, performance standard, learning competency, type of assessment, and specific learning activities. I made this curriculum map with the guide of K-12 curriculum of high school grade 8 science. I write down the content that students need to learn. Content standard, which gave the instruction of lesson that must teach, or thus objective performance standard that students need to understand, apply, and demonstrate based on the understanding. learning competencies, which include the knowledge and how the students perform and observe about the activities. Type of performance assessment that will know if the learners really understand the lesson well, and assessment used to be tests on the lesson. And last is specific activities that need to accomplish to the clearly understanding and knowledge of learning outcomes. Activity 4. It has direction that I need to provide a lesson plan in TLE for junior high school and analyze the lesson plan to answer some questions. After analyzing the lesson plan, the questions are already posted, and it composed of 9 questions that will determine if the lesson plan that picked by the students are really analyzed and understand it well. Those questions will try the observation of every student. Those questions are: can you consider lesson plan a curriculum? Why? What are the objectives given in the lesson plan? What is the subject matter or content? What activities are included? What strategies or methods of teaching are utilized? What evaluation procedure and tool are utilized? Do the elements match with one another? Is there proper alignment? Observe. Explain. In what elements of the lesson plan did you find difficult? And last is, are the solutions to these conditions? What do you propose? Unit 3, Activities 7 and 8. Its direction is research for the meaning of curriculum development. Then craft your own definition based on your research and your understanding about what curriculum development is on content of teachers' responsibilities. I search for the meaning of curriculum development and I provide the source and reference of it. I choose the meaning of curriculum development. It is the curriculum development is defined as planned, a purposeful, progressive, and systematic process to create positive improvements in the educational system. Every time there are changes or developments happening around the world, the school curricula are affected. There is a need to update them to address society's needs. Based on the definition that I found, I made my own definition of curriculum development. It is curriculum development is the heart of curriculum, a systematic planning of should be taught and learned in the school. It is the process of selecting, organizing, executing learners' knowledge, skills, and interests. Strategies and teaching styles are advisable for improving learning experiences of the learners. The process of changing curriculum based on the society, progress, and needs of the learners. Activity 8. Its direction is to compare the model of curriculum discussed in Unit 3. Using the matrix provided, discuss the similarities and distinguished features of each. First is Tyler's model. Second is Tabas model. Third is Olivia's model. Last is Saylor and Alexander's model. I discussed their similarities and distinguished features based on what I understand and I see about each models. Almost of them have similarities to each other, and those designs have their own way of implementing curriculum designs.